Okay guys, we back. Welcome back. My name is Eric. We back with another video, and today I'm gonna be showing you a full guide on how to do build mode. Not entirely a full guide, but almost a full guide. So make sure to pay attention if you'd like to learn how to play this. And without further ado, let's get started. So first off, let me start off by showing you events. So there's a lot of events in Piggy, but I'm gonna show you what each one does. This video is gonna be really long, so buckle in. So the extort console you cannot get anymore, but if you were here for the plushie campaigns for horns and the vulture skin, you would have been able to claim this. Now you can't get this anymore, but we got the Pig 64 cartridge and this. So I'm gonna show you what it does in normal game. But first, to spawn, you need to put a player spawn and a piggy spawn. You can't add multiple piggy spawns, but you can add multiple player spawns now. Anyways, let's start up the round, and let's get in. So, see this extort console, look. Then look, from Pig 64, it gives you everything from Pig 64. Which is honestly really cool. So if you were here for this, then you may think the extort console was actually a bad thing, but it was actually a cool thing if you didn't judge it so quickly. This is actually cool. You get stuff from Pig 64. Moving on. Anyways, next event we need to go over is going to be the doors. So I'm gonna show you how to use the doors. So there are different types of doors in build mode. Let's just put each of them down. We're gonna start off with all the unlocked doors. Let's do this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. These are all the doors that you can open without using keys or anything. So let's test them out. Let's go into normal modes, and look. You can just open them. Obviously, I'm showcasing this to you so then I can show you how to, and then boom. And then boom. Now I'm going to show you an important part, which I'm going to show you the settings real quick. So let me show you how to familiarize yourself with the settings. So if you click on settings, you can go to server. But let's start off with control. So, did you know that you can actually jump? You can actually fly? So I'm going to show you how to do that. So you need to go to settings and then click double jump to no clip. And then you need if you're in someone else's map and you don't have team builder, you need team builder, and you need to have double jump to no clip on, and then boom, you can fly. And then another thing I want to show you is how to make the bot custom. So you can choose a different bot now instead of just normal Piggy. You can choose different ones from different maps. You can also make a custom NPC bot. And then custom fog settings, look. You need to you can put these to the end, and then boom, the fog is changed. Look. And then see, that's my old avatar. Whatever though. Doesn't matter. Yeah. And then you can choose the day. You can choose time of day. You can choose day, which is bright, night, which is light, and then custom, which you could choose out for custom. You know, and then respawns. This is what respawns do. So, I'll be right back. Okay, this is what respawns do. So look, Piggy is gonna. This is the player, and then look. You can respawn in over and over with the respawns. Yeah, respawns are actually pretty cool. So if you like using respawns, then definitely use them. Okay, now, I'm gonna show you something that's very important. So if you have like someone, like a toxic player in here, then look, you can press kick user. You can obviously not kick yourself if you're the owner of the build mode server, but you can kick anyone. Doesn't matter, you can kick a friend, kick a toxic player, anyone that's bothering you or getting in the way of something important. Anyways, I'm gonna delete these doors. This isn't a full guide entirely, this is just to teach you some things. Part 2 will have a lot, will have more. Okay, then use round timer. This is what it does. You can have the length. So the max length for a timer in Roblox Piggy build mode is 30 minutes. So look, let me show you an example of this. Let's go inside of normal Piggy. I mean this. And then look, there's a timer. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Now, moving on, I'm gonna show you some more tips that are really cool on the server. So the server, you can make your own badges for it. I was gonna create a badge for stuff. You make thumbnail images. You can add map genre, which is literally what the map is about. So let's say you make a scary map. That would be horror. Hold on. Yeah, that'd be a horror map. Anyways, now I'm gonna show you a cool trick you can do with this. So you can press map discoverable. Map discoverable, and then public, it makes it so that people can just join. You can set private settings only playable for you, and you can set it for friends. So that way friends can join you on this and all that. Yeah. Now let's go back to this, and let's show you more events. So look, we got this for event. We got another event. We got fire. We got the color block. We got a drivable car. We got a vial if you get it. We got the vault from the hunt. We got the claw machine from the mall. Mallet game from carnival. ATM from mall. Rope event from camp. Yeah, let me show you how to use all these. Let's start off, and I'm going to show you how to use the vault. So, the vault has like a thing. You can make the code whatever you want. So, for example, if I want to make my code 285, then I can do it. Then, load into the map, and then look. 2 is going to be the number for green, which the first one is green, so yeah. 2. Okay. Then 8. 8. And then 5. Oh wait, hold on. 2. I think I put 3. No. And then there, you can, the vent, it can open. Isn't that cool? Now, let me show you some more things. This video is just on how to use events and the settings in build mode. Now, let's move on and go ahead with the rope event. The rope event is actually a creative, cool event. So let's go to items. If you obtained it from Season 4 Battle Pass or obtained it from the new build mode shop, then you are in luck. This is actually a good event. Now let me show you how to use it. You see this rope? You wanna use it, and then look. These tiles that are here, they will, when they turn gray, then you are able to swing from the rope like Indiana Jones. Pretty creative, huh? Moving on. With the next one being, okay, hold on. Now, let me show you how to use the vial. So, if you have this from whatever season, I'm not even gonna. If you have this from the season or from the thing, you know, the build mode item shop, then to use the vial event, you need to get 2 of these potions, and then boom. Look, you can even choose the item you want in this. A rusty sword. So look, this is the vial event from Hospital. Similar to the vial event from Plant, the only hold on. Sorry about that. Anyways, look, you can place it down. And once you do, then an item should come out. So yeah, you got that. Now, let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. Which the next one I'm going to be showing you how to use is the drivable car. This is probably the part you've been waiting for. Don't hate on this video. This is obviously for people who don't know how to play Piggy build mode and really want to build maps. This is obviously part 1. But anyways, doesn't matter. You need to go to items. And then in items, you should be able to find something called gas. The gas is able to help you with the drivable car. You can make the drivable car whatever color. You need to look in events to find it. Let's play. So look. Here's what it can do. Look what it can do. You can place gas and then you can choose a seat. You can choose this one where you cannot drive. You can choose. This isn't even a seat, but you can hang in the back just in case you're in danger. And then look, you can drive it. The best thing is you can even save it from, you can even bump into crash blocks to destroy them, which is really cool. Now, the next one I want to show y'all, the mallet thing. It's in the new update from a few months ago. So you want to look for the mallet in items, and then once you find the mallet, you want to place it. Start the game. I'm just demonstrating all this. Anyways, then we need to go over here, the mallet, and then you can choose. I also forgot to tell you, you can choose what item you want to do for the mallet event. But now we have our last two. Our last, like, 4 or 5. Before I move on to a bit more events. The newest ones. Now, I'm going to show you how to use these ones. The ATM, the vent one, the wrench vent, and the hammer vent. So, the boarded up vent, aka the hammer vent, you need a hammer for that one, and you need a wrench for this one. Both of these appear in house and mall. The one that uses wrench to unlock it appears in mall, and the other, And look, you can crawl through it, crawl back out it. It's a good design. Then look, you can open that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now we got our last ones. Now, these ones are gonna be kind of complicated. I'm gonna show you how to use this one. Let me show you how to use the color block event. So, let me show you how these work. So look, when this is out, when you step on it, then it activates it, and then when you look, it opens it. Isn't that cool? Now hold on, there was like a setting for it, so let me show you how to use a setting for it. There's certain settings for it. I'm not going to be able to show every one of them exactly. You can choose, the only one is usable by infected. That means Piggy is able to use it. Piggy is able to trigger it. Not bots. Oh, for a second I thought my friend was. Alright, doesn't matter. Moving on. We got our last two before I move on to the next set of ones. I'm going to show you how to use the ATM. So, let's go to items, and you need the crowbar. You can even choose what you want inside the ATM. For an example, I put nothing, but it doesn't matter. If you want an item in there or not, then go ahead. Then look. Boom, you can just, simple as that. Final one I have to use is the claw machine. I need to use this claw machine. Let me show you how to use it. So, if you go to items, you can see that there is coins. Stackable coins and coin. You can use both, but I highly suggest you use stackable. But I'm going to use normal coins, and I'm going to use two. You need 2 coins for this to work. Grab a coin. 1 coin won't cut it. See, look. It'll pull out the item you desired for it. And then boom. Alright, I'm gonna show a few more and then I'm gonna end the video right there, and part 2 will be in like a week or so. So let's just go. Oh wait, I forgot to test out fire. Hold on, I forgot to test out fire. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Okay, you need the fire extinguisher and you need to go to events to find the fire. The fire in city is, this is what you can do with the fire. Look. You can use the fire extinguisher to get rid of the fire. Cool. Anyways, moving on. Time to move on to the more newer events before I just end the video. And I'm gonna save this map for a demonstration in part 2. I'm gonna make it a lot bigger so I can fit more events and all that. Anyways, next I will show you a few more events. These are the newer events. These are the more newest events rather than older. So let's go to events and let's see. Here are the newest events. In the newest events, we have the snowball event, the ceiling fan event, and the wood door block event. So, I'm going to show you how to use these events carefully. Also, we got the items for these events to make them work. The fan blade is for the fan event, and then these wooden shapes are for this door. Let's start off with the snowball event. Snowball event is pretty new. You can choose how many snowballs you require just for this to work. So let me show you. I only choose 1. The reason is because I didn't feel like doing more, and then look. Boom. Look, you can push this. Just be careful not to fall off sometimes. Your luck will be halted if you fall. So just be extremely careful if it falls off. Doesn't matter. It's good for Christmas maps, so. And finally, we got this one. We got this wood event. Then look, there's emojis of shapes. You can put in the shape order for this. Mine is triangle, square, circle. So if I go in here, we got triangle, square, circle. So we're gonna put triangle, square, circle. Wait. Isn't that cool the way it opens and the way it sounds? Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the last one, the fan blade. The fan blade is the last one you need to use, and I'm going to show you how to use it. I need to make a ceiling for the fan blade, because the fan won't work otherwise. So you know what, I'm gonna just make an opening on the bottom of the map, so that way I am able to have a ceiling already, so then I can just be lazy. Doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Anyways, we can go here, we can place the fan, we can get the fan event, so hold on, let's just add the fan, hold on, let's go here, put the player spawn, then let's add the fan blade, and then we can start the round. Fan blade is right here. Here's what the fan does. You can grab the fan blade and then... Oh wait, hold on. I messed up something about it. Hold on. Let me fix the mistake I made. Okay, you can obviously put settings for the fan. So let's go here. Fan speed, you can put how fast the speed goes, but there's a limit, and then requires blade. Yeah, it requires a blade. And then let's just go over here and let's add stairs, so that way I have the biggest chance of showing y'all what the coolest part about this one is. And then once y'all recognize what it is, then y'all will realize Hey Eric, thanks for this tutorial. It's actually pretty helpful, and this fan is actually a cool fan. Get it? Fan. Whatever. You get the point. Let's grab the fan blade, and then let's walk up these stairs, so then I can place it, and then look. That's not even... Look. I fell out, but you know I'm not demonstrating that. You can actually get on it. You can actually, like, jump onto the fan if you have the momentum. But anyways, that's it for today's video. This is part 1 on how to play build mode in Piggy. If you found this tutorial useful, consider liking and subscribing. Part 2 will be here, and it will be the full guide entirely. Not entirely full guide, but you get it. Peace.